guys, Arolf here, back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary or 80 years Iron Man. So let's get into it. So taking a look around the packaging, on the top you got nothing, on the side you got nice artwork right there with Marvel Legends at the bottom, on the back same thing, nice picture, pause if you want to read that, and pause if you want to read that, and on the bottom UPC, so scan it if you want it, and without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is 80th anniversary Iron Man next to a couple of Iron Man armors like the Iron Patriot, Bleeding Edge Classic Iron Man, and Mark 50 Iron Man. Also a couple of comic book figures. For Iron Man's accessories here, you get two pairs of hands, so one pair of repulsor blasting hands and one pair of fists. So this is what the repulsor blasting hands look like on the figure, and this is what the fist looks like on the figure. Now taking a look at his repulsor blast effects here, so you get the regular effects right there, but what you could do with these ones, I think there are 4 styles, how I see it, you could display them with. So once you remove the beam from this little, kind of this shuriken looking thing, I'll just call it a shuriken, and you get this bigger shuriken right there. And then what you could do is you can put this little shuriken into this bigger shuriken and add the little beam to it to create a big blasting effect piece. So that's what that looks like. So the first style you get is just the regular repulsor blast styles, and next up you get just the beam effect, and then you get the big shuriken effect piece right there, and then combine it all together and you get your 4th style right there. So display options are endless with these effects. So taking a look at his last accessories here, you get 2 head sculpts. So you get one Tony Stark head sculpt, which is a nice sculpt and nice comic representation. So taking a look at that, you get some nice clean paint throughout. The hair is a separate piece, which is nice. And you can see there are some brown highlights in the hair here. They're very faint, but you can see them right there. And looking at this helmet here, I'll call this the Alex Ross style helmet because it is basically from the Alex Ross style Iron Man comics. So that's kind of the head shape design of it, and it's pretty nice gold paint and glossy red plastic. And showing it on the figure, this is what the Tony Stark head sculpt looks like right there, which is very nice, and the Alex Ross helmet, which is very nice as well. And just showing you a closer look and articulation on the Tony Stark head sculpt here, you could just see how it looks proportional to the body, so it looks pretty fine to me, and I really like this head sculpt. And you could see just once more the brown highlights in the hair. Now for the articulation, it's on a ball hinge, so it does rotate all the way around. It could bend up that far, which is great, and downward that much, which is also great. And he also has some tilty shifty head movement right there. And so with that, taking a closer look at Iron Man here, starting off with the head sculpt. This is the classic comic Iron Man head sculpt here, which is very nicely painted, cleanly painted as well. The faceplate is separate as well, and comparing it to the Alex Ross one right here, you can see how drastically the shapes and facial structures are. So looking at it, there are some nice sculpting details here on the hinges. Same thing with the wrist here. I'll show you that in a bit, but just taking a look at the body here, they were true to what they said at Comic-Con, saying that the gold will be painted here, but in some areas the gold is chipping due to how it was probably packaged or how it was painted. Sometimes the paint jobs on these are terrible. The only thing I wish that they repainted was this red, because you could see there are some marbling in the red plastic here. Would have been nice if we got that deep cherry red color or paint to this figure. That would have been nice. You can see some of the hinges here are painted as well, and you can see the boots here. There are a lot of marbling details throughout here, and he also has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. For Iron Man's articulation, the head is on a ball hinge, so it does rotate all the way around. It could bend up that far, good for some flying poses right there, and downward that much, which is great. Also has a little head wobble here, a little tilty shifty head movement right there. Arms do rotate all the way around, they bend outward that far, a little over 90 degrees, which is great, and inward not that much. But he also has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right there, bends a little over 90 degrees as well, but not that far. Fists are on hinges all the way around, up that far, down that much. Now the repulsor blasting hands just can only rotate. That's unfortunate right there. The torso here can click forward that far and click back that much, and also has a waist rotation all the way around. Legs can kick forward that far, so it could sit down like so, which is great as well. Also has a upper thigh swivel right there all the way around. Double jointed knees, good range right there. Kind of loose on my figure, which is quite unfortunate. Also has a boot rotation right there. Feet can bend down that far, which is great. Up that much, which is great as well, good for some dynamic poses. And also has the ankle pivot. Legs can move outward that far, and doing the ankle pivot test. This is a tricky one, but he is good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications, and because there are more videos coming. I love this figure. This is a great figure. This is a fun figure to pose, even though some parts of the figure is kind of annoying, like the circular hip pads. You cannot rotate them or move them out of the way. They're permanently stuck downward like that, but they don't hinder in the articulation part that much, so no worries right there. I wish he had a little more range in his legs, but the sculpt has to do with that, and I actually like the sculpt for this figure. You get a pretty decent accessories here. You get a lot of repulsor blasting effects and 2 alternated heads, so that's pretty nice as well. Even though this is not the figure that we got in the promotional pictures, it is better than what we seen in the pre-packaged version of this guy. So luckily we didn't get those flat colors, but yeah, I still enjoy this figure, and go ahead, pick him up right now because he is available, and I'm pretty much late to this review, but hope you guys enjoy. That is it guys, hope you guys like it. Arolf Moros, this is signing out, peace.
You're the hottest dear. And Iron Man